Hello everybody and welcome back to Maths with Miss Buick. In this video we're focusing on the products of complex numbers in polar form. So here is our rule. We've got a complex number z1 and a complex number of z2, and bear in mind they're both in polar form. This will be equal to r1 by r2 cos theta 1 plus theta 2 plus I sine theta 1 plus theta 2. Now let's simplify this down. So all we're saying here is that when you're multiplying two complex numbers in polar form, you simply multiply the two moduluses together. So here it will be r1 and here will be r2, and we multiply them together. And then we add the arguments. So theta 1 plus theta 2 together. So as you can see this line here, we add the arguments. So let's look at this, I suppose, example to fully understand what we're talking about here today. So we're asked to find z1 multiplied by z2. So z1 multiplied by z2. And here we have two complex numbers in polar form. 4 cos 3 pi over 4 plus I sine 3 pi over 4 is our z1 in polar form. And z2 is equal to 2 cos pi over 4 plus I sine pi over 4. So we're going to begin by multiplying our moduluses together and then adding our arguments together. And when we have this step done, we'll go back and fill it into our little rule or our little formula above. So I'm going to leave the space here blank because we're going to use that to fill in our formula. But down here, let's do some rough work. So we're going to do R1 multiplied by R2. So our first R value is 4 because that's our modulus for Z1. And we're going to multiply this by the modulus Z2, which is 2. So here we get 8. Now we're going to add now our theta 1 plus theta 2. So theta 1 is 3 pi over 4. And our theta 2 is pi over 4. And when we add 3 pi over 4 plus pi over 4, we get 4 pi over 4, which of course narrows down to just pi. So here we have our R1 by R2, and here we have theta 1 plus theta 2. So let's input both of these values now into our formula above here. So we have 8, that's our R1 by R2. Cos, well, we got pi plus I sine pi. So here we go. This is our answer done. Z1 by Z2 in polar form is 8 cos pi plus I sine pi.